What is good, fight fans? This is Ash's Corner. Please don't shoot the messenger. But this is what a lot of people missed and why y'all think this a close fight is a robbery when it comes to Bivol versus Beterbiev. It's not your opinion. It's all of what the judges look for. If you are scoring the fight about what the judges look for, then you wouldn't say it's a robbery. Stick with me to the end of this video. I'ma just grab a piece from my live I did on Saturday and share with y'all. Always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.
I watched Bivol versus Arthur today. All right, everybody wanted to see the fight because it's an undisputed fight, and we thought it would be fairly entertaining, which it was, I have to admit. But I didn't watch the fight until today, and it seemed like a lot of people really wasn't talking about the fight in a positive way. Everybody only had a bunch of negative things to say about the fight that I listened to. Not everybody, but just the people that I listened to. You know, just because they didn't like the decision. They didn't like the decision, so they didn't have really anything good to say about the fight. I didn't learn about much, just about people's opinions and their disappointment on the outcome. Salute to you, Cash Sports. What is popping with you? JBT is in the building. Thank you very much, Dante. For real. All right. I scored the fight, but I really don't think it matters. You know what I'm saying? The first 2 rounds, you say 3. Third could have been a swing round, but you could say the first 3 rounds was Bivol. 4 through 7 was Arthur, and everything else was either Arthur or a swing round, in my honest opinion. Okay? But let me just say, if Arthur Beterbiev had good accuracy, he would have dropped or stopped Bivol throughout the entire damn fight. The 7th round, Bivol did very good work. But then he got caught and he got completely mobilized for the rest of the ring. Now, that's what the judges see and that's what they look like. Now, I'm going to read for you what judges look at. Effective aggression, clean, effective shots, and ring generalship. Some look at defense as well. But effective aggression. That's the judges look for a fighter who's constantly landing punches while avoiding key blows from their opponent. And effective aggression also meaning when you land on your opponent, it's actually doing something. Okay? Clean and effective shots are fighters are awarded for landing clean and effective shots, whether through combinations or single punches. Now, ring generalship is the fighter who controls the pace and style of the fight. Enforcing their will on their opponent is considered dominant. Those are the things that the judges are looking for. The judges. These are what the judges are. I'm just trying to tell y'all why. I'm just trying to tell y'all why the judges rooted in favor for Arthur Beterbiev. Just listen, okay? Hold on. Arthur was making Bivol fight in a way he never fought before as a professional fighter. He was visibly hurting Bivol. Arthur looked the same that he always looked in every fight. Bivol didn't make him look uncomfortable damn near once. That's how he looks all the time. That's how he looks versus everybody. But Bivol looked different versus Arthur. He never looked like that versus everybody else. And even the commentators noticed it and said it. From a fan's point of view, Bivol looked more entertaining also. From when I was looking at it, he looked like the more entertaining person. The fact that the stats came up on the screen and said that he landed more punches and threw less punches than Arthur Beterbiev did. But the judges don't judge that, okay? When I see that a fighter threw a lot more punches than the other fighter, I look at it as him trying to push the pace of the fight. Now, just because he's pushing the pace of the fight does not mean his aggression is effective. Do y'all understand? Just because he's pushing the pace of the fight does not mean his aggression is effective. Bivol stopped using his jab after the third round. The first 3 rounds was won because Bivol kept that jab in his face and was working off of it. He stopped doing that because Arthur started hitting him. And it didn't help that they only showed Bivol's highlights between every single damn round. It didn't help it. Making more people and more fans feel like it was a robbery. Arthur even won the championship rounds. Okay? That was the only time they started showing his highlights too, was the championship rounds. Arthur had 3 titles. Bivol had 1 coming into this fight. Did he do enough to beat the champion? I know people don't want to hear that, but in the judges' eyes, I see why Bivol lost the fight. Do we understand? It's not about how we feel, and I understand how it's set up to look. Oh, well, he threw less punches and he landed more. See, they only showing Bivol's highlights. They're not showing Arthur. See, Arthur didn't do nothing. That's not true. That's not what they look at either. They don't care about that. That shit is there for us. That shit's there for the fans. The judges don't look at that. No bullshit. Now, let me get back to the list. Effective aggression. Like I said, Bivol never looked like that fighting anybody. That should tell you the aggression was working. It was effective of what what Arthur was doing to Bivol. I understand, not only was he walking forward, but he was blocking shots. Every shot he ate, it didn't affect. Bivol's shots did not affect Arthur. Arthur's shots affected Bivol. He moved around the ring. Sometimes he didn't even throw that many shots. So you got one person walking forward, pushing the pace. He's controlling the pace, throwing a lot of punches, making him fight different. You can see it visibly hurting Bivol. He didn't get stabbed or staggered or nothing. He didn't stagger or nothing like that, but it was visibly hurting Bivol. He had clean and effective punches. Both of them did. Both of them had clean and effective punches. But the ring generalship, who was controlling the pace of the fight? Who was enforcing their will on the opponent? Who was considered dominant? Salute to you, Zach B. What is good with you, sir? Yeah. People saying Bivol banked enough early rounds, don't know what No, he did not. He banked 3. The first 3 rounds was, I give him the third was a swing round, but I give you that, champ. I give it to you. Because I know for sure Arthur won 4, 5, 6, and 7. Those was his rounds. You can have the first 3. He won 4 rounds. The rest of it was either his rounds or swing rounds. Now I understand how it looked from the fans' point of view. He threw less. He landed more. Both of them still standing. He didn't get dropped or whatever. I know a lot of people was looking at it like, bro, if he keeps standing and he lasts the whole fight, he won the fight. No. That's not what judges look at. You almost get but honestly, he was very entertaining. I liked how Bivol was moving around. He still was engaged. He still was trying. He didn't really run. He was just trying to stay away from the hot shit. You know what I mean? Bivol exposed, but look less damage. And he taking the fight to the death. Yeah, he was swinging with him at some points in time. Like, respect to both fighters. Just respect to Bivol. He did a nice job, but the man had one title, and he was going against the champion for real, for real. The other man had 3 titles. You didn't do much to stop anything that Arthur was doing. It was a lot. Matter of fact, Bivol did a great job. He was doing a lot in there. He was hurting. He wasn't hurting them, but he was landing good shots and all that, but it just wasn't enough. He didn't do enough to win the fight in the judges' eyes because of what they look for. Now, if they judged the percentage and the outcome of punches landed and punches thrown, if they judged, you know what I mean, like who's the most entertaining in the ring, then he would have won that fight. He would have won. He did enough to stay in the fight, Zach B. That's correct. That is correct. He got beat up and lost the fight. I mean, it's the thing depending on the way you fight, who you're fighting, and where you're fighting at. It definitely matters, in my opinion. It definitely matters. I want to move on. It was a good fight, though. Salute to both of them. It was a very good fight.